Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Cuomo has finally resigned. I have been telling you for the past year. For the past year, I've been saying, on this channel, when he got his Emmy, when he was America's governor, according to morally superior, apoplectic, almost always wrong, wonderful liberal Democrats, when he got his Emmy for daytime television, and that's literally, if you read the announcement or the Emmy website, it talks about how he had 111 conferences where it was kind of like a daytime event, televised daytime event. He won an Emmy. He got $5 million for a book on leadership lessons, and he put infected people in elderly care facilities, where a very courageous and noble Democrat in New York, Ron Kim, risked everything to go up against Governor Cuomo and point out and tell the world that this man is a criminal. Now, he's resigning for the 11 people that he allegedly engaged in criminal acts against. So, there's 11 accusations against him. And the issue with Andrew Cuomo is that there was a criminal investigation pertaining to these allegations. Criminal investigation. These women were ready to go to court to testify against Cuomo in a criminal trial. Okay? There was never a criminal investigation into Kavanaugh or Trump pertaining to allegations against them of this nature. So that's one difference. With President Biden, there was actually a police report that was disregarded by all the morally superior liberal Democrats. An actual police report for an for allegedly him Biden doing exactly what Trump talked about in the hot mic. But of course, the hypocrisy is based on the hypocrisy on the left is fueled by arrogance and narcissism. We can preach and pontificate, and we can do no wrong. That's the way they work on pretty much everything. I shouldn't say all liberal Democrats. That's wrong of me to say. But a great many, I should say. And if you look, they're not. He didn't resign. He's not resigning now because of the allegations. They're going after him because he is a political liability going into 2022. He was the worst governor. I've been telling people that for over a year now, year and a half. He presided over the worst outcomes. New York has been the epicenter, and God bless the people of New York and New Jersey. When they talk about Texas and they talk about Florida, New York and New Jersey have, unfortunately, and I say God bless the people of New York and New Jersey, been the epicenter of this crisis we've faced, this global crisis. The epicenter. They've had the worst outcomes, the highest per capita rates. They're run by Democrats. From the very beginning, they've had the highest per capita rates, the greatest number of lives lost, Democratic-run states, specifically New York and New Jersey, the highest per capita rates, and New York has had the highest per capita rates and also the greatest number of lives lost in the world. Anybody ask AOC or Schumer or Gillibrand or de Blasio, excuse me, or Governor Cuomo, how they presided over the worst outcomes, why it is a third of the people, according to government data, over a third of all the Americans who lost their lives were in these elderly care facilities throughout the country. According to government data, over 80% of all the lives lost were 65 years and older. And so the most vulnerable people suffered because of a person like Andrew Cuomo. I've been telling you this for the whole year. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy my work, if you want to give a super thanks and buy me a cup of coffee, the super thanks button is below, right next to the share and the like buttons to the right. Cuomo resigns after probe finds he did a number of things to 11 women. New York Governor Cuomo resigned from office Tuesday, 1 week after an investigation concluded that he had 11 women and retaliated against his accusers. This is, by the way, what Bill Clinton and Hillary did to their accusers. This is, by the way, what Biden and media did to his accuser. This is, by the way, exactly how wonderful, morally superior liberals in positions of political power act almost always within the Democratic Party. Talking about the height of hypocrisy. But if you want to support this channel really quickly, the super thanks is, did I mention the super thanks is to the right of the share and like buttons? And my Patreon is below in the pinned comment. You could read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications on hagoodman.com. At the press conference Tuesday, Cuomo announced that he would step down from the office. His resignation will be effective in 14 days. The best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing, and therefore that's what I'll do. So, of course, the issue is not about, like the media is going to say, oh, you see, how come Trump wasn't held accountable? This is about Cuomo facing a criminal probe, specifically because of the accusations. Just like Biden had a police report leveled against him, Trump and Kavanaugh never had a police report or a criminal probe leveled when it came to those accusations. But the big issue is that he put infected people into elderly care facilities. By one estimate, it's 15,000 New Yorkers who lost their lives. I don't know how he could win an Emmy, but see, that's the left. Tell me how he can win an Emmy. Who bought his book? Did you buy his book? I want to know who bought his book, because it was like a New York Times bestseller for like a week or so. What person bought his book? Okay, on leadership lessons when he presided over the worst outcomes. Democrats gleefully mock and rejoice when a beautiful man, Herman Cain, a very admired, successful, awesome, amazing human being, Herman Cain, a black man who was, a hero to a great many people, lost his life, and then you see how Democrats reacted. But they don't react in the same way when Cuomo and Whitmer and Phil Murphy and others presided over the absolute worst outcomes with the highest per capita rates. Go to the New York Times statistics right now. The top 4 states are blue states with the highest per capita rates in the country. And 6 or 7 of the top 10 states with the greatest number of lives lost are blue states. So how they still pontificate, I don't know. It's the same way they pontificate with a long list. And by the way, Trump defeated Cuomo just like he defeated Eric Schneiderman, just like he defeated people like Andrew McCabe and Peter Strzok and Jussie Smollett, and we can go down the list. Michael Avenatti. You can look at from Michael Avenatti to Eric Schneiderman to Andrew Cuomo. Going up against Trump, you get the curse. You get the Trump curse. And these are the people that they lift up. Michael Avenatti, Cuomo, Eric Schneiderman, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok. Another politician defeated by Trump. The list is long. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. He won an Emmy. Andrew Cuomo won an Emmy. Nobody should listen to anyone in Hollywood about anything. Andrew Cuomo won an Emmy. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. I'll have a live stream later tonight.